She wanted a marriage break to reignite our love. By day 3, she was with another man, so I ended the game for good. My name's Marcus and I'm 32. I met my wife, Jenna, when I was 27. We were together for 5 years and married for 3. I work as a certified welder on large industrial construction projects, averaging about $95,000 a year. Jenna's a receptionist at a mid-size firm downtown, making about half that. The home we lived in was mine, purchased 2 years before we got married, using inheritance money. I kept the deed in my name, which turned out to be a smart move. We split the bills roughly 70/30 since I earned more. She handled groceries and utilities, while I covered the mortgage entirely. In the early years, our marriage was typical. Learning routines, settling into shared space, disagreeing over thermostats or what to watch on weekends. She dreamt of a European vacation, while I was more focused on paying down the mortgage. The home, a 1950s ranch, had been my passion project. I renovated it myself, upgraded the electrical, added a garage workshop, and installed a new kitchen. 2 years of hard work and nearly $40,000 in materials brought it to a market value of around $280,000. It became our little nest. Everything changed about 8 months ago, when Jenna reconnected with an old college friend named Breakup. Breakup had just come back to town after a messy divorce and was now living off $2,500 in monthly alimony. No kids, no job. Just bar hopping, selfies, and self-help quotes. She lived in a downtown loft, styled herself as a healing influencer, and spent her days posting curated photos of her so-called empowered single life. My best friend, Curtis, met her once at a backyard barbecue. He took one look at Breakup, fake lashes, designer handbag, a constant stream of unsolicited advice, and dubbed her the divorce fairy. He wasn't wrong. Breakup was 28, bleached blonde, and had the confidence of a TED Talk speaker, minus the wisdom. She gave off that over-friendly, lingering eye contact energy. The kind that feels more like a trap than charisma. But I brushed it off at first. Before long, Breakup was parked outside our house in her leased BMW nearly every weekend, dressed for nightlife even when it was noon, always eager to drop some new revelation about modern relationships. Soon Jenna was parroting her ideas, that our marriage had become too routine, that passion should feel dangerous, and that love isn't love unless it's tested. That's when the arguments started. Jenna began accusing me of being too passive, too comfortable. She criticized my work hours, claiming I wasn't present. Never mind that I was managing a 12-story construction project, behind schedule, over budget, and under pressure. I was routinely working 60-hour weeks, sometimes Saturdays. But to her that wasn't dedication, it was avoidance. By Christmas, we were fighting almost every other day. The turning point came over something as ridiculous as a Christmas tree. I came home from a grueling 12-hour shift, and she was upset that I didn't seem excited enough about the tree she'd picked out. Not that I disliked it, just that I didn't react the way she imagined. Curtis summed it up best. She's manufacturing drama because her friend told her love should feel like a Netflix reboot. Eventually, Jenna stopped waiting for me to eat dinner. Then she stopped texting when I worked late. Then came the speech. It was a Thursday in January. I came home to find her sitting at the kitchen table with a glass of wine and that prepared look, like she'd practiced what she was about to say. "I think we should take a break," she said. "Not permanent. Just 2 weeks. To clear our heads. Remind ourselves why we love each other." It was textbook Breakup. "I want us to act like we're not married for a little while," Jenna added. "See if we miss each other. Maybe you'll realize what you're about to lose." She wanted desperation. She wanted a chase. Instead, I nodded. "Okay." She looked stunned. "That's it. That's what you want, right?" I said, then went back to eating leftover Chinese food. She left the next morning. 2 suitcases in her car. Staying with Breakup. For the first time in months, the house felt peaceful. I ordered a pizza, watched the Predator trilogy, and remembered what it was like to just relax. Curtis came by that weekend with Thai food and sarcasm. So, how's bachelorhood? Quiet, I said. And cheap. That Sunday I sat down with our joint finances and combed through everything. Our checking, savings, credit cards. She still had $28,000 in student loans for a degree that led to a receptionist job. I'd been paying off $400 a month of that myself. I moved half our joint savings to a separate account, then updated my direct deposit. Legal and necessary. By day 10 I got a message from Brielle. Hey, you doing okay? Want to talk? We'd never texted one-on-one before. I decided to play along. We met for coffee. She wore nightclub attire. Leaned over the table too much. Touched my hand and told me I deserved better. The performance was obvious, like she'd done it before. Over the next few days, her texts became frequent. Gym selfies, sad dinner pics, bikini shots with captions like, healing under the sun. Curtis was in hysterics. She's not subtle. She's practically proposing. Then came her final move. Can we talk? Serious. In person. We met again. She looked nervous this time. Jenna's seeing someone, she said. His name's Travis. Met him at a work retreat. I've seen the texts. I even saw them at dinner last night. He acted shocked. Are you sure? I hate to say it, she said, squeezing my hand. But she's lying to you. That night I checked her old iPad. Still linked to her iCloud. Everything was there. Messages with Travis. Hotel receipts. Flirty selfies. One night at the Omni downtown. Charged to our joint credit card. While I'd been quietly respecting her little space, she was out test driving another man. I called Curtis. She's cheating. His response. Guess Brielle forgot to mention that step in her healing plan. The next morning I contacted my lawyer, Patrick. He reviewed everything. Messages, financials, photos, and confirmed it was enough to establish adultery. No spousal support. Strong case for retaining the house and majority of joint assets. 3 days later, Jenna was served. Her office. During work hours. By a professional process server. The documents included a sample of her messages with Travis, plus the credit card receipts. She called within the hour, crying. How could you? I'm done playing games, I said calmly. Enjoy your break. It's permanent now. She begged to talk. I declined. The marriage she tried to test had already failed, and I was done fighting for a prize she never valued. Moral of the story. If someone wants to test your love by pushing you away, let them walk, and make sure the door locks behind them.